Storm221 here again. I hope we are all staying safe. And today on this video, we are going to build Sobble, from Pokemon Sword and Shield. He's such an innocent little guy, and when he evolves, people just criticizing the evolution, the next stage evolution. But honestly, I think it fits well with Sobble. He does look adorable. Plus, it shows how a change of character can bring out the best of certain people, and Sobble is no exception. So, with that said and done, and wow, quite a lot of pieces here. I wonder how many bags are here. Might be it's gotta be at least 4 bags. Anyway, I'm gonna find out how many there are in a second. So, always remember, children, if you're going to cut something, make sure you get the helping hand of an adult. Okay, so we have got the instructions and 4 bags. Okay, easy enough. Okay, so it's easy enough. 4 bags and a set of instructions. All I'm going to do right now is sort out what pieces I need on the top end of the table, and I will be with you guys again momentarily. Okay, we are done with sorting out the pieces. We've got a lot of the light blue for most of Sobble's body. We've also got some of the yellow for the what I believe is the tail. No, the head fin that he's got. A nice clear plastic brick. I believe it's to help support the model in some way. And we've also got some whites and some light grey pieces as well, and some dark blue pieces to help out with the build. So I am really looking forward to this, and I'm going to get started on step 1. Okay, I'm done with part 1 of the build. What I started off with was the grey 1x3 right here, and then I did the light blue L's next to it. Behind that was the light blue 1x4, then the 1x3, then the 2x3 right here, and then finally a 2x1 here, 2x1 there, and a 2x3 right there. So we have got ourselves a pretty good foundation for starting this build, this model off. So I'm now going to move up to step 2 to carry on building Sobble's body. Okay, I've now done step 2 of the build, and as you can probably tell, this is completely separate from the rest of the model. I'm not sure what the plan is, but I did double check the instructions like I always do, and it was the correct way that it was done. I'm positive that I haven't done any mistakes, and I'm pretty sure, 100% sure in fact, that it is exactly the same as it was from step 1. If you don't believe me, you can do a bit of a comparison. Now, I'm not sure what the idea is, but I'm sure that that it will be fixed on the next step. So anyway, the process. Cannot forget about the process. So I've done a grey 1-3, light grey 1-3 right here. Yeah, and then I started using it as a reference on where to go. So next up was the 1-3 blue, then 1-2, another 1-3 right here, then 2 L's on each end of this 1-3 right here, then 2 more L's, and I am 100% positive that this is done correctly. Then the 1-4, finally, if it was attached like this, it would be the 2-2, a blue L, and a 1x2 right here. So I'm pretty certain that, I'm hoping that in step 3, we can get this problem fixed out as soon as possible. Otherwise, I'm going to have to restart the build, and I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm now done with step 3, and as I had hoped, it is fixed quite easily. I did double check with the past step, and I was correct, and this step is also correct, so I'm glad that I didn't make any oops moments. So, the first thing that I did, I actually resolved the issue with Sobble's tail. I did the blue L right here, then the 1x3, and then the 1x4. And once that was done, I returned to the front and did the light grey 2x3, then a light blue 2x3 with another 1x3 next to it. So step 3 he fixed step 2, which I am glad to say. So now I'm going to move on to step 4, which looks like parts of Sobble's front arms. Okay, I've done the first half of step 4, which was really easy. So now I'm going to move on to, well, I'm going to show you what I had to do really, because it was just too easy to do. So, what I had was a blue T, a 1x3, and a blue L. So first of all, I took the blue T and the 1x3 and attached it like so. Then, with the 1x3 on, I grabbed the L and attached it like that. Now, if it was, now I'm doing it on his right hand side, but if it was the left hand side, it would be the exact opposite of what I'm showing you on the camera. But anyway, I managed to do the other arm, and we're going to attach it right here. And done. That is Sobble's front hands done. So, and it's quite an easy step, and I thought I'd show you guys what I had to do. So now I'm going to move on to step 5. Okay, I'm now done with step 5 of the build process. So I started off pretty easily with a 1x3 light grey. Then behind it was the 2x3 light blue, and the same but in the 2x2. Then behind all of that, right here at the back, the 1x3, which was pretty easy to do. Once that was done, I had to do grab 4 little 1x2s, 3 in light blue, as you can see here on the right, the back, and the left, and here at the front, a light grey 1x2. So that step is now done, and now I have a 4-part process to do on step 6. So I'm going to get started on step 1, part 1 of the step. Okay, for the first part of this step, I grabbed out the 2x4 right here, put it out at the front. Let me put this further in. Didn't know that. Here we go. Then a 1x4. Next up, a 1x3. And then finally a 2x2. And it looks like we're going to carry on work with Sobble's tail. And hopefully we can carry on, well, we can fix any of the other issues that might come with it. So I'm now going to move on to part 2 of this step. Okay, I've done part 2 of step 6, and yep, you guessed it. Practically the same thing as what happened in step 2. So it was, and I have double checked, it is correct, a 2x4 here at the front, then 2 dark blue L's, then a 2x2 light blue, and a light blue L. I'm looking at the instructions, and judging from the next part, we can actually get this part fixed once again. So I'm going to show you guys the end result. Okay, so part 3 of the step, I thought it was going to be fixed, and turns out that wasn't. So, but hopefully, in the next part of the step, we can fix it. But step by step, I thought about going back to front like I did the last one. 2 light blue L's here, then a dark blue 2x1, with a light blue T, with a dark blue L, light blue 2x2, and then a light blue L right there. And I thought I had that fixed, but turns out I didn't. But hopefully, I'm going to do the next part of the step for you guys on camera. So we got a 2x4 right here, then a 1x2 right here. So the 1x2 goes here at the front, and then the 2x4 should go in here. Here we go. There we go. All done. Easy. Easy fix. So now it is ready to be put onto Sobble's back tail. Here we go. And that's it. That is Sobble's tail done. That is step 6 done. And essentially, so now I'm going to be moving on to Sobble's head for step 7. So I'm going to put together part 1. Okay, part 1 of step 7 is done. It was really easy. I needed a 2x3 light grey, and a 2x2 light grey. Then I just needed some light blues. First of all, the T's, which were easy to do, and a 2x3 light blue right there in the middle, and then at the back with the same, and also a 2x2. Again, mirroring what we did at the front, which was pretty easy to do. So now I'm going to move on to part 2 of step 7. Okay, we are now done with part 2 of step 7. Started off pretty easily and confidently. I started off with a light grey 2x3 right here. Then I attached the 2x4. Once I did that, the other parts from underneath came together. And locked in pretty well, which I am very pleased about. Then I did the 2x3 right here, and then got to work on the other pieces. The grey L's, then the dark blue L's right here. Once that was done, I did a light blue L here. A 2x3, then I did a light blue L here. Only problem was that when I was trying to do the other side here, there wasn't anything to support this, so I had the 2x3, and then, oddly enough, the 2x4 here supported everything. And at the back, I bet you're probably gonna say, well, shouldn't this be a 2x3? Unfortunately, it's not. It's a 1x4 and a 2x4, probably just to support the main body. Like so. Yeah, it's definitely going to be for that. But for now, my advice is don't be tempted to pop this onto the main model yet. I'd say wait until the head is complete and then attach it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to carry on by moving on to part 3 of step 7. Okay, I'm now done with part 3 of step 7. So we've done the 2x3 and the 2x2 light greys first, because it's part of Sobble's mouth. Then once I did that, I did the white 2x1s here. Then, well, I was trying to fix something on the model. I can't remember. Oh, it was right about here, and it's still a little bit loose. I'm hoping that in the next couple of steps it does get fixed. But anyway, I then put on the dark blue L's on both sides. Then 1x3 blues, who's on both ends. 2x3 blues. Then the light blue L's and a 2x3 L here. And, sorry, a 2x3, no L's, and another 2x3 here. So I'm hoping that with part 4 of the step, we can actually get this little issue fixed. But for now, I am going to go on to part 4. Okay, I'm now done with part 4 of this step. I always like to start at the front, so that's why that's what I did. Here again, the light grey 2x3 right here. Then I used 2 white little solo bricks here at the front. After that, I used the dark blue L's for the eyes. Then 2 more white L's, and this is where things get a little bit good for me, because part of the model has been fixed. The 2x3 L light blues right here. Then a 2x1 on both sides, then another 2x3 here, and finally a 1x3 and a 1x4. So it's coming along nicely. I'm glad about that. So now I can move on to the next part, which is part 5. Okay, I'm now done with part 5 of the step. It was really easy, and it's now more secure on this step, which I'm really glad about. So, starting off, I did the 2x3 light grey here, then the 1x2 whites, 1x3 dark blues, again 1x2 whites, then both sides 2 1x4 light blues in a proper pattern. Then at the back a 2x4 and a 2x3. So we're now slowly but surely securing Sobble's head nicely. So I'm now going to move to part 6 of the build. Okay, we are now done with step 6, well, part 6 of the step. As usual, I started off with a base piece, and for me it's always the very front one. So the light grey 1x3 right here, Then next to it, the white, then the dark blue, and then the same again, only just to build up the eyes, which is perfect. Then at the back, I did the 2x4, then the 2x3. Then next to each one at the very front, it was a little white 1 square piece, just to build up the eyes. So I believe we are nearly done with that. And then after that, I had to use the blue 2x4s, blue tees, a 2x3 and a 2x2 just to form more of Sobble's head. So now I'm going to move on to the next part of step 7, which is part 7. And here we are, done with part 7 of step 7. We're nearly there. Just to show you what I've done. As usual, the starting point for me is the light grey 1x3 here, which is in the very center of Sobble's head. Then on both sides, a light blue 2x4 on both sides. Then, again, the white 1x2s, so that Sobble has his eyes, which is perfect. Then, alongside both of them is a light blue L, just to fill in the gap. Then, 2x3 light blue, and behind them is 2x4 light blue again. And finally, to fill up the head, we got a light blue 1x3 and 1x2. So we're now going to move on to part 8 of step 7. Okay, we are done with part 8 of step 7, and it was pretty easy to do, and a lot of the light blue 2x4s, especially here, here, and here. For the starting point for me, again, it's the light blue 1x3 right here at the front, then a 1x2, then I got to work with the light blue 2x4, and then worked around it, like this, boom, 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 boom. Pretty easy to do, and of course at the sides of Sobble's head right here is the light blue 1x4s. So that part is now, well, that part of the step is done. I'm now going to move on to the last part, part 9. And there we are, that is it for part 9 of step 7. It was really easy. It was a light blue 1x3 at the front here to begin with. Then the 2x4 with the 2x3s here on its left. Then a 1x2 on the left and the right hand sides of the head. And finally a 1x3 on the back of the head to seal the deal. Now I can attach the head onto the body of Sobble. And if you want to know how, well, if you can, well, I'm probably gonna guess that you all sussed it out. It's practically like this. If I can actually get attached. Alright, here we go. Best way for me to do this. And I hope that this works. Boom, boom. And then attach. That's it. That is the head attached to the body. So there's only one other thing to do, and well, on the rear side of Sobble, which is to attach a 2x4, and it goes on here, and the tail is now complete as well. So not only does Sobble has his head on, he's also got his tail completed as well. So now we just need to do one thing for the head, and that is the fin, the head fin. So I'm going to get started on that. It's actually step 9. Okay, so we've done part 1 of step 9, and again, it is the same like before. The dark blue 1x2s here, they are separate from the main part, but they will be attached, hopefully momentarily when I come back after part 2. But anyway, at the bottom, I used 2 1x2 orange, darkish yellows, I think? No, they do like purple yellows. And a L yellow right here. Then at the top, we use a L yellow, then a 1x2, and then finally a 1x3, and that is that for part 1 of the step. So I'm now going to do part 2 of step 9. Okay, I have just completed the second part of step 9. So first of all, it was another dark blue one on its own right here, as you can now see. Then a 1x2 with an another 1x2. Right here, 1x2 there, 1x2 there. Then at the top, it's been attached with this little dark blue right here at the top. Then a 1x2 right here, and finally a L. So that is it for part 2. So I'm now going to move on to part 3 of the step. See you guys in a second. Okay, so we have now done part 3 of step 9. It was starting off with another dark blue 1x2 right here, then a 1x3 yellow, followed by a 1x4. Then on top of it, it was another dark blue 1x2 with a yellow L and a 1x4 next to it. So we are nearly done with the head fin for Sobble. So we just have a few more pieces to attach, and that will be that. Should be easy to do on the video as well. So I'm going to show you what is needed. First of all, it is the dark blue 1x2s right here. Let me just enhance that. There we go. So 4 dark blue 1x2s and a 1x4 yellow right here. So we are going to attach the 1x2s first and foremost. Of course, there we go. And then to top it all off, the last of the 1x2 darks. And that is it for Sobble's head fin. So now I just have to attach that onto Sobble's head, which is easy because on the next step we just have to attach some more pieces. So all we have to do is attach a 2x4, a 1x4, and 2x1s onto the top of Sobble's head. And I can fix that in a moment. And when I come off camera, is there something in between the pieces? Okay, so here we go. That's the first. Then that's the 1x4. Next up, the 1x2s. And that is the top of Sobble's head done. All I gotta do now, let's just attach Sobble's arm back on. I'll do it once the camera stops. Pause for a minute. I just have to attach the fin on, the head fin onto Sobble. And there we go, he's got his head fin. So now, once that is done, all we have to do is underneath the Sobble, we have to put on his legs. So I'm going to get onto that, because the last step is step 10, guys. Okay, so this is the end result for doing Sobble. I just had to put in a 1x1 square right here on the hind leg, and again here. I also had to put on some 2x3s right here, which fully secures the tail to the body. Another 2x3 here, then a T right here at the front of Sobble's body, and I also had to put on the 2 light blue L's. And also at the front, the clear plastics hold for little Sobble. And that is it for Sobble. He is built and ready to hide amongst the ponds and pools and our water fountains as well, while the while crying his eyes out. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video that I've done. Please do hit the follow button. Also, if you enjoyed it, please do leave a like and a comment below. I'll see you guys around, and stay safe.